How to have spiritual baths, aka herbal baths.
You negative? You coming near me? You get the sage, bro.
When I tell you that a spiritual bath will change your life, that is not to be taken lightly. I swear, since I've been doing these baths, I have felt like the burden of 1,000 ancestors before me just lift off of my shoulders. I kid you not. So if you want to know how to have the ultimate herbal bath, amazing experience, then stay tuned. Now, before you take your herbal bath, there are a few things that you're going to want to do to prepare for this ritual. The first thing that I like to do is clean the bathroom that I'm going to be taking the bath in. Just the bathtub, the toilet, and maybe the sink. Because cleanliness is godliness. That's a saying for a reason. It's true. Cleanliness is where high vibrations can exist. And so we want to make sure that the room is nice and clean. Then the second thing that I do is I will take my sage, my baby, and all I do is I light the sage and I just walk around the bathroom and do what we call smudging, which is just basically moving the sage around, just allowing the smoke from the sage to infuse into the room. Once I've done that, I like to open the window to let any ions out of the atmosphere that the sage is really good for getting rid of. After I sage the room and open the window, I will then begin to run my bath. And I like to run the water steaming hot because the more steam, the more I'm going to absorb these herbs. As hot as my body can handle, obviously. And once the water is at a level that I like, I then go ahead and grab my herbs, which I'm going to show you now. So these are the 4 herbs that I personally choose to use. So I have basil. Don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit blurry. But basil is a great herb to use when you feel like you need a bit of protection. I use fennel seed, which again is great for protection and also for purification. I have eucalyptus leaf, which again is great for protection and also for healing. And then I have lavender, which is great for just all-round relaxation, peace and serenity. So if you can't tell, I'm really big on protection and peace. So there is no right or wrong herb to use for this bath. It's just really whatever you feel like you need at that time. Different herbs do have different properties. So what I do is I like to stand over the bath and I will take a pinch of the first herb and sprinkle it into the bath. So it's just literally a pinch. And what I do is as I'm sprinkling that into the bath, I like to just set an intention in my mind. So for example, I might say, I am divinely protected, I am healing, whatever my intention is. And I normally do 2 pinches of each herb. So after the herbs are in, the next ingredient that I like to add is my salt. Now I know that most people who talk about spiritual baths, they advise to use sea salt, but I had this pink salt from the Himalayan mountains, which is 250 million years old, pure as the ancient oceans at a time when pollution did not exist. That is good enough for me. If you want, you can do it with sea salt, but this worked for me, so I don't feel a need to change it. So I use it in my cooking, I use it in my spiritual baths. It's my babes, and there's still so much of it. I think this is a kilo or 500 grams. Okay, Jade, you was way off. So the exact same thing, I just take 2 pinches of the salt and sprinkle that into the bath. And my final ingredient, which may sound a little wacky, lemons. So I basically slice up about half of a lemon and just add the slices into the bath. Now you can even go further than this and add in essential oils and flower petals, you know, make it smell really amazing and look pretty, but I just stop at the herbs, salt and lemon slices for now. So once all of my ingredients are in the bath, I like to give it about 5 minutes just to let everything marinate into the water, and during that time I will go and grab and light a candle and put that somewhere around the bath. And then I will also grab my crystals. I will grab them and show you the ones that I use. These are the crystals that I use. We've got a mixed bunch. We've got some amethyst, we've got some rose quartz, we've got some clear quartz, we've got some, I can't remember what that one's called, or that one. I don't know, but they're amazing. So I just place my crystals around the edge of the bath whilst I'm waiting for the herbs and everything to marinate in. By this point it's normally ready, and I will turn off the bathroom light. And this part is also optional, but what I like to do is pop on a guided meditation on my phone. So I'll put my phone on do not disturb, obviously, but go onto the internet and play a guided meditation on YouTube. There are many to choose from, and I will link some of my favorites down below for you, so be sure to check them out. The whole purpose of these spiritual baths, these herbal baths, is to cleanse. Okay, so it's to cleanse yourself physically and energetically. Energetically, it is supposed to take away all negative energies that are residing within your energetic field, and just basically give you a nice neutral clean slate from which to build upon again. So what I like to do is when I get out of the bath and I pull out the plug and watch the water drain down, I like to visualize all of the negative, dense, heavy energy that I was carrying going right down the drain along with it. It's just honestly incredible. Give it a go. Please do let me know how it goes for you. If you want good vibes, make sure you subscribe and do give me a thumbs up if you found this video useful. Until the next one, I wish you health, wealth and high vibrations.